Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Hello grade 3. I miss you so much. Hopefully you're spending your vacation in an interesting way. But starting inshallah from Monday, we will work together in a different way. You will be listening and watching these videos remotely without seeing me, unfortunately. But inshallah you will find these videos helpful for your studies. Before starting, I want you to get your book. This video is about science lesson 4. So it's very important to get your book with you, your pencil, sharpened pencil, pen, highlighter, even your science copybook. So if you found something maybe not clear enough or you didn't understand, you take a note of it, then you ask me later, maybe on the Zoom time or in WhatsApp privately. All right, so we are now in chapter 3. Let's review the whole chapter before starting lesson 4. All right, we knew that we knew how to classify plants into flowering plants and non-flowering plants, and we said that the example of a flowering plant is dogwood trees, iris plants, rose bushes, and the non-flowering plants are plants that grow cones instead of flowers to make seeds. Example of the non-flowering plants were pine, spruce trees, ferns and mosses, and so on. We knew that we knew also that the plant needs many things to grow and be alive. Like what? Yes, like water. What else? Air. Which substance of the air exactly? It's the carbon dioxide. Very good. It's the carbon dioxide. Also, it needs energy that the plant takes it from the sunlight. So these things, water, air, energy, using these things we can do the photosynthesis. It's the process made in leaves, and you remember when we said that leaves are like the kitchen in our home. When your mother asks you to bring in some tomatoes, potatoes and chicken, and you will wait for about 2 hours, then you will eat a respectable casserole of potato and chicken. Do you remember that? This is exactly what happens in the leaves. The leaves are the kitchen for the whole plant. They are the part that make food for the whole plant. The outcome or the output of this process is sugar and oxygen. Sugar is useful for the plant to grow, and oxygen is used by other plants, animals and human beings later. Then we knew that the roots grow below the ground in reason of the gravity, and there are two types of roots. We said before that those two types are taproot, fibrous root. And for the stems, we knew that the main role of the stem is to support the leaves, flowers and fruits of the plant. And they have tiny tubes that move water and minerals, and other tubes to move food. We have two types of stems, below the ground and above the ground. Below the ground, we said like potatoes, and above the ground, we saw the cactus plant. Now in our new lesson, I want you first to open page 128 and look at the picture on the top. Now that I'm sharing my screen, look at this picture. How colorful are those lovely flowers? And I want you to think about what is helping these plants make new plants. What is helping them to make new plants? We said before that in the flowering plant, they produce flowers that make seeds. So you know that flowers make seeds, but how those flowers make seeds? Okay, there is a question under this photo. It is about circle. What is helping these plants make new plants? What do you think? Leaves help the flower make the seeds, or stems, or air, or those animals and insects are the ones that help the plant make seeds? What do you think? Yes, I know that you will tell me it's those insects, the butterfly and the bumblebee. The bumblebee are on the flowers of several plants. Alright, then we have a very simple experiment. I want you to prepare a plastic knife, pinto bean, a seed of pinto bean, and hand lens. Okay. This bean should be soaked overnight. Don't use a hard bean. Use a bean that is soaked overnight. So we will be able to split it into half. When you split it into half, I want you to observe what is inside the splitted seed. Okay, and I want you to draw what you see in the in this part of the book. Not this one. It's this one. You will draw it right here. This is what we need. Plastic knife, soaked bean seed, and hand lens. And here you will draw what you are observing. Okay. After observing, where do you think a tiny young plant gets the food it needs to grow? Where do you think a tiny young plant gets the food it needs? Where is it? Okay. You will write your expectation, and then when we proceed with the lesson, maybe you will find the correct answer. Then we're having the title of reproduction. Reproduction is a new word for you. We will explain it better now. Look, most plants make seeds that grow into new plants. This is what you know. Some plants grow stems or roots that grow into new plants. So we have plants that make seeds, and we have plants that grow stems or roots that grow into new plants. So there are two ways of reproduction: through the seeds or through the stems and roots. This function is called reproduce. This process is called reproduce. When a plant reproduces, it makes more of the same kind. You know, the highlighted word is what we saw it in the key features. The highlighted word means it is an important word. It's an important word that we must know its definition or its meaning. Okay, so when plants reproduce, they make more of the same kind. Okay, and the baby plant will be like its parents, which is normal. For example, from where did you get your hair color? From your mother or your father, or maybe your uncle or your aunt. From where did you get your eyes colors? You took it from your mother or father, from your parent. This what happens to the seed. The seed carries information from the parent plants. Also, in the bean, the food is stored from the parent plant. In the seed itself, there is food that is stored from the parent plant. After seeds are produced, they may scatter. You remember in English we said, if you don't know a meaning of a word, you must look just next to it. Maybe the writer has put a synonym to this word. In this case, this thing exactly happens. They may scatter. What's the meaning of scatter? It means move away. So seeds, when seeds are produced, they move away from the parent plant. This gives the new plant more room to grow. Now, look at these seeds and look what is around it. It is called parachute. Parachute. What do you think about the real parachute in the air? The parachute helps the people inside it, or the balloon inside it, to go far, to go farther, isn't it? This what happens to the seed exactly. The parachute here helps the seed to go away from the parent plant, so it will have a room to grow easily. All right. Now let's move to the question right beside it. What may happen if seeds do not scatter? What may happen if seeds do not scatter? I know you have the habit to look into my book, but now I hid my answer, and you cannot see it, so now you will answer by yourself. I'll give you seconds to answer. Think about it. What may happen if seeds do not scatter? Do you have any clue? I think some students succeeded into finding the correct answer. Yes, the new plant won't have enough room to grow. If they do not move away using those parachutes, they will not have enough room to grow. Also, we may say that the seeds might not grow. Simply. Okay. Next, we have another question. Where is it? Yes, here it is. Determine. Each seed in the picture below has a tiny parachute. How do you think these parachutes help the seeds scatter? How do you think these parachutes help the seeds scatter? Look at the parachute. Yes, it will help the seed fly away from the parent plant. It will help the seed fly away from the parent plant. Or I may say, they will help the wind blow the seeds away. They will help the wind blow the seeds away. Okay, so those are the answers for number 1 and number 2.